home to the deepest lake in the world, the longest railway line in the world. Russia, or the Russian Federation, is a transcontinental country located in Eastern Europe and Northern Asia, covering an area of 17,125,200 square kilometers. It is the largest country in the world by area, spanning more than 1/8 of the Earth's inhabited land area, stretching 11 time zones, and bordering 16 sovereign nations. Well, Russia is a huge country to live in. We can simplify how huge it is for you. Covering an area of 17,125,200 square kilometers, it is the largest country in the world by area, that is larger than the entire continent of Antarctica, nearly twice the size of the world's second biggest country, Canada, and almost as large as the whole of South America and 2.5 times bigger than Europe, almost 2 times bigger than the US and China, 26 times larger than France. In fact, Russia is larger than the world 164 smallest countries combined, and is supposedly only just smaller than the entire surface area of Pluto. Russia is made up of 85 federal subjects, or regions, the largest of which is the Sakha Republic. The Sakha region is the largest subnational area in the world, with a total area of 3,083,523 square kilometers, roughly 1/6 of Russia's total size. If Sakha was an independent country, it would be the 8th largest in the world, just smaller than India, and just larger than Argentina. Sakha is 10 times larger than Italy, and 31 times larger than South Korea. Keeping aside Sakha, did you know that Russia was even bigger in size during the Soviet Union times, until it collapsed in 1991? The Soviet Union was about 30% larger than Russia these days. Besides Russia, it included the land masses of 14 countries as part of the Union. The Soviet Union was covering about 1/6 of the land surface on Earth. Russian land would be even bigger in size if they didn't sell Alaska to the United States in 1867. Alaska added 663,268 square miles of new territory to the United States. Can you imagine this, when people in the European part of Russia just waking up? Inhabitants of the Far East are already back from work and having a lovely dinner in the evening. Because Russia is so big that there are 11 time zones. There is a 10 hours difference between Kaliningrad on the west and Kamchatka on the east. Russia has more than 1/5 of the world's forests, which makes it the largest forest country in the world. With 146.7 million inhabitants living in the country's 85 federal subjects, Russia is the most populous nation in Europe and the 9th most populous nation in the world. Here are a few awesome facts that I think you should know about Russia. In 1957, then known as the Soviet Union, Russia launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, thus starting the space age. Russia's cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin was the first human to orbit the Earth, aboard the Vostok 1 manned spacecraft on April 12, 1961. The town of Oymyakon, in the Yakutia region, Siberia, is considered to be one of the coldest inhabited towns on Earth. The coldest temperature was recorded in 1938 at a jaw-dropping -77.8 Celsius. The State Hermitage Museum, a museum of art and culture in St. Petersburg, Russia. It is the second largest art museum in the world. It has been open to the public since 1852. If you spent 2 minutes looking at each exhibit in the Hermitage, it would take you 6 years to see everything. The Hermitage is massive, comprised of 6 buildings. There are over 3 million exhibits inside. It is one of the largest and oldest museums in the world and was founded by Catherine the Great in 1764. Back in 1961, then known as the Soviet Union, Russia tested the most powerful nuclear weapon ever created, the Tsar Bomba, with an estimated yield of more than 50 megatons. Tsar Bomba remains the most powerful device ever detonated by mankind. It was more powerful than all the bombs exploded in World War II.